that got me put into the portable was they had a fake reading competition.
Oh my!
They were like, "Who could fake read the best?" I was like, "Got it."
Welcome back to Show Me Yours podcast with Jackie and Jonny. I'm Jackie Agnew.
Yeah, she is. I'm Jonny DeVito. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching again.
You can't say again, Jackie. They're not gonna know.
I meant that they're watching again.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little on edge. I'm a little on edge, guys. This is the third time that we've recorded this intro because I don't know if it's a cord issue, but let me share my frustration with you, ladies and gentlemen. Not my frustration with you, but I'm sharing my frustration.
Yeah, sharing with you. Yeah.
A lot
of word confusion.
Yeah. We're being, it's just good that we're being clear. You know what I mean? I want everybody to know.
Hopefully,
we're
coming in clear.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking don't even get me started.
A lot of if you're thinking about running a podcast, mind your chords.
Mind your chords, yeah. Hire a nerd, maybe.
Hire a nerd. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of chord issues. On just about everything you can imagine, some chord is going to fuck up somewhere.
It's not even a euphemism for cock, right? Because you're going to have a lot of cock issues also if you have
yeah,
that,
but that's
right?
just
but
everyday life.
That's owners of penises and podcasts.
Yeah. Chords and cocks.
That's what we've been doing, Jax. That's all we've been doing down here. You know what I mean? But let's put all that to the side.
Yeah, we don't have to bog you down with our
we're gonna power through.
Today we have a wonderful episode with a wonderful guy.
Yes, we do.
We have our good friend, hilarious comedian, talented musician was in the house today.
Did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Mr. Tyler Boissonnault.
The drip daddy himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always coming in, always looking good.
The drip daddy himself.
Absolutely.
Coming in hot with his fly kicks. And his
fully coordinated Chicago Bears outfit. That was pretty awesome.
There
you
go.
Cool.
He brought in a funky album, and we had a funky time.
Yes, we did. It was a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah.
We went to the midnight showing of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I was not having a good morning.
Yeah.
So Ty really came in and turned that around.
Yeah. We didn't want to record this podcast today.
Not even a little bit.
It was a late night last night, but so fucking worth it. Oh my God. If you have a chance to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, in a movie theater at midnight, fucking do it.
Every time.
Shout out to Rio Theater.
Support that place. If you live in Vancouver, go to the Rio.
Exactly. And while you're here, why don't you
support us?
Tickle that subscribe button.
Why don't you spit on your fingers and rub down that like button? You know what I mean? You start to caress on down to subscribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thrust that follow.
Thrust. Ooh, I like that. Pinch all 5 stars and twist.
Yeah. Give us a like. Subscribe to us on whatever platform you're watching or listening on. Just hit that button. It takes 2 seconds, two shakes of a lamb's tail.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it'll make our day. We'll give you a shout out. Do it, subscribe, and then tell us you subscribed. Either leave a comment on the YouTube or message us on Instagram, and we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, we will.
Share us with your friends. And your enemies.
Oh, preferably enemies.
And acquaintances and strangers
Order
walking
us,
down the street.
Yeah, you're getting breakfast. You know what I mean? A little over easy. Maybe get some Show Me Yours.
Yeah, a little scrambled Show Me Yours on the side.
Right? Pumping gas. Hey, pal, do you want premium, regular, unleaded? No, I want Show Me Yours.
And he'll
get
be
butt
like,
naked.
huh? And you'll be like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Watch on YouTube and listen on wherever your podcasts are.
Totally.
And he'll be like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. And then you'll
get your
make a
hands off my neck. And you'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Right. But
I thought that's where this was going.
Well, that's because you're a crazy person, and that's why we love you people.
Yeah. And tell everyone. Talk about it to the extent that it annoys people, and then they're like, I guess I have to fucking check these hot to trotters. What is that?
These we could have been anything. We could have been anything. Jackie and I were hot to trotters. We're hot to trotters at the sock hop, Jackie. We're gonna take those things off and groove a little one. No. We're hot to trot. Like, fine.
You give me hot to trotters.
No, that's yeah. We're hot to trotters apparently. Fuck, that's not even cool.
I think it sounds cool.
Well, that's why we're Team
Jacks. Get ready for this Qualk and
Gee, fucking Christ! Enjoy the episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyler Boissonnault.
Welcome back, everybody. We're sitting here on the couch, on location, having a fantastic time with one of the funniest people in town for my money. Love this man very much. Coming off a hard Bears loss. But what are we going to do?
The part.
Absolutely. Yeah. Musician, comedian, the appallingly talented Tyler Boissonnault.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
It's
thanks
been
for coming.
A long time coming, so I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
we can hang out
fresh off a Bears loss. Today, the Bears played the Green Bay Packers, which is the worst day to be a Bears fan. So thanks for having me.
Anytime. Yeah, no, I mean, it was your
day.
call. Like, you rescheduled, right?
I did.
So that's a ballsy reschedule.
Yeah,
thing.
you were confident going in.
You know what? Let's do this
You're
Sunday.
like, this is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Totally. Let's do this Sunday. I'm going to show up pumped off a big win. You know,
Which, as a Bears fan, I should know that I am miserable on Sundays. Terrible time to be personable.
Is
Sit
that
on the couch, have a good time.
Is that like are you like a legacy fan, or did you just pick him when you were a kid? Like, how did you get to the
to be honest
Chicago
with you, I've
fandom?
only kind of gone into NFL over the last 2-3 years.
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
watch a whole ton of it.
Yeah.
And then when I was like, all right, I got to pick a pony here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I can't I'm not gonna go like Patriots when Brady was on and
Oh, for sure.
and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit. I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
let's pick kind of a shit team.
I like
Yeah.
that.
that has
yeah.
a little bit of history, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, who doesn't like an SNL skit every now and then?
Dude,
too?
of course.
Yeah.
One of my
Yeah.
friends
Show
told me
some
too is
character.
diehard has been a Bears fan since he was a kid. So I was like, all right, that'll be fun watching.
Oh,
these guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. There you
I
go.
can dig it. I can
Yeah,
dig it.
that makes sense.
Yeah, there's something about like picking if you're gonna pick a pony, then pick a city that's like kind of cool. So as far as like rock and roll and crime goes, like
Yeah.
Chicago's like where it's at.
I also
Yeah.
always loved the Cubbies too, so like that was kind of part of it.
okay.
I don't know. I dig Chicago. I've never been to Chicago.
I feel like I would like it there.
There's a white guy who's played the blues before. Let me tell you, Chicago.
Yeah, we got a listener in Chicago, so yeah, shout out to. Shout out to
There you
Chicago.
go, Chicago.
Definitely gonna. This guy's gonna. I don't know. Pass it around. Maybe we might blow up. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
we're gonna be big in Chicago
Oh,
soon.
definitely.
Yeah.
One day. Yeah.
That's a Tom Waits song that never happened. It's not big in Japan. It's
big in Chicago.
The beginning of that song, like the intro, like I have no idea what. Well, I guess a lot of Tom Waits music. I'm like, what is this? It's just like a chair drag across the floor, like bottom.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like Dr.
yeah.
Seuss. He's just like, this is
Yeah.
good tiramisu.
Yeah.
Okay, what? That's just an instrument now.
That's a really good way to fucking describe that, dude. I think like he's so easily hateable. Like if you're ever having a conversation with with anybody about music, there's either like there's two sides of the Tom Waits fence. There's nobody that's like in the middle. I find.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
don't understand
Yeah.
because it's like you don't have to fuck with his music, but
Totally.
like to
But, like,
deny
recognize the
Tom
talent.
Waits' talent and
Exactly.
like
Probably like
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's got a tiramisu.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, like I think everyone would admit his music is not for everyone.
For
but
sure.
Like,
Yeah, but
you
there's a
can't-
lot.
yeah,
There's a lot. Like, but
exactly.
it varies too, though. Like I mean, from the piano love song Tom Waits stuff of like the early days to like
To him
Heart
playing
Attack and
backup for
Vine and
Roy
stuff like that.
Orbison's last concert.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
shit.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
different
yeah,
Tom
yeah,
Waits.
yeah,
You never
yeah.
know what weights you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do Blood Money. Like ask me. We'll put a link down there. I mean,
Sure.
do Rain Dogs. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
He definitely falls into that like Captain Beefheart kind of Zappa-esque, like
Oh, for
kind of
sure.
like you fucks with it or you don't.
Definitely.
But you got to appreciate it. There's so
Right.
many bands like that. Though.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
But
totally.
like that means like he's gonna build like his own like there's like almost like an aura around him too, right? Like at the end, like it's like completely undeniable. Probably like the best Letterman guest of all time.
Letterman
you know what
loved
I mean?
him, too.
Oh yeah, right.
When
Like,
he did Tango to Their Shore on Leonard, oh man, with the confetti,
Yeah.
he throws the confetti up.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, huge shout out to Tom Waits, but we're not here to talk about Tom Waits.
No,
today,
we're
are we,
not.
Ty? No, we're not.
Yeah.
What record did you bring for us?
I brought the Mothership Connection by Parliament.
Fuck yeah.
Funkadelic. Yeah. Oh dear God.
Probably the coolest record to date. I say that a lot.
So
You know what I
funky.
mean? Yeah, but
Yeah.
like that was the. I mean, as a musician yourself, right? Like you could have like kind of ran the gamut and picked anything, but you picked the goddamn coolest record.
I picked, and it's interesting because like as far as you think a guitar player would maybe pick a Funkadelic record over a Parliament record.
Totally.
Sure.
Parliament's a little more like horn heavy. But this album is unfucking deniably good.
it's
it's
so
like
good,
probably, it's I don't know how to do the whole top 5 or top 3, but I mean like it's up there with one of the greatest.
For sure.
Front to back. The thing I love about this record so much is that I didn't realize that I had heard so much of this record well before listening to said record.
Totally.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
growing up in a white suburb in Canada, I listened to a lot of hip hop.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Of
I
course,
actually, oh my god, yeah! I started writing down lists of how many samples were like on
So
the
those
thing, you know what I
samples
mean?
are
Yeah.
fucking all over any
So,
West Coast
yeah.
shit, essentially.
Dude, anything,
Totally.
right?
Yeah,
and I mean,
yeah.
like, especially the Chronic. I mean, like, Let Me Ride, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah,
Like, it's,
and like and little bits of songs too, and then so I think once I because I didn't get into probably until I started playing like electric guitar, which is like until like high school, and like. Yeah, once you fucking hear those records, you're like, what? Oh, what the fuck is this?
Right.
I know, this is an Ice Cube song.
Yeah,
totally.
yeah,
No, you
yeah.
dummy.
Yeah,
No, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, these guys are ripping off the Cube. Yeah.
They know Ice Cube did
He's not
this.
gonna be happy about it.
Yeah,
They're
oh,
lucky
fuck.
he ain't still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait till he hears this.
Maybe George Clinton shot Pac. I don't know. There's a mad conspiracy there.
Like, at some point,
You
I-
got excited.
I know. I'm like
The eyebrows
all over
spiked.
that idea because let's get serious, right? 1996, nobody really knows what happened in that car, and I mean, if there was just one colorful dreadlock left at the scene, then, I mean,
need to test.
Yeah.
Who else could it be?
exactly. Yeah, you don't even need to run
Some
DNA.
hippie
Yeah.
Smurf? No,
Yeah.
it's fucking George Clinton.
The detectives came up to his
Yeah.
to his head and just like put, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fits the piece or whatever.
That'd be great if
Yes.
somehow it got framed on Fred Durst during the Get Naked shit way later on, though.
Can you imagine a
They
conspiracy?
just planted a dreadlock on Freddie Durst.
Dude. I think that would be the coolest movie of all time is Fred Durst in like a fugitive type situation where he's trying to clear his name.
Yeah.
Look
Just
like
murder
an
him too
undercover cop right now in the 70s, like a really
Yeah.
bad one.
Did you see that performance, like the Lollapalooza?
Yeah, it was amazing.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
great. It was great. I'm watching it with my buddy, and he put it on for me, and I'm just like, oh, cool, we're going to shit on the biscuit right now? This is great. And 20 years later, he's just like kind of having fun with it. Just knows. Like
rocking out.
he did when he
man.
did break stuff, it was so subdued and down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was laughing so goddamn hard. Like at that point, if you can't just like poke fun or like or,
Those
you know,
shades, dude, were
Oh.
just ridiculous.
if that's not a wig, then I will shit my pants right here on this.
He
couch
looks
right now.
like
that'd be
Patty
awesome.
the Baddie from the UFC with that fucking wig on. That reference is funny if you know who I'm talking about.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie.
We'll put a picture. We absolutely won't.
Yeah.
We absolutely won't.
Okay, where are we talking? The album, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, we're gonna go far off the rails.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
good. Yeah, let me know if it's gonna get
So
if I'm going too far.
When did you start like getting into funk music then? Was it like high school when you started playing electric guitar?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah, that's kind of how I started. So I started playing
Yeah.
like classical and like flamenco guitar when I was a kid. I come from like a family of gypsies, like my mom's side, like
Oh,
legitimately
nice.
is.
Really?
So I had the ultimatum growing up, like you had to play something by the time you were 8.
Oh,
No shit.
So I was
Okay.
like 7.5, and my
Or
mom
what?
was like, "That's what you talk, motherfucker." And I was at my brother's piano recital, and there was a guitar player there. I was like, "I'll do that because I don't have to carry a piano around. That sounds
Totally.
way better."
Totally.
So then the next week I was in lessons. So
Okay.
I did that, and then I really got into like I think that the Peppers really kind of got me into
Fuck
a
yeah.
lot
Yeah,
of
sure.
fucking like fucking like early that kind of shit. Cause like the most like I loved like AC/DC and like heavy like kind of rock shit. But the funk stuff was like as soon as I found like Freaky Styley
Yeah.
and like those,
Yeah.
and then that's probably the exact lineage actually was like Freaky Styley finding out that that's produced by George Clinton, and then being like, well, what did this guy do? And going back and be like, oh shit, Jesus Christ. And
that's exactly how I got into funk music. Yeah.
That's wild. I mean, as a I'm a very poor guitar player myself. Like I just kind of like I've always just kind of strummed around, and like with punk it's easy to be like, oh okay, I can like learn my favorite song here and like very shortly and be able to play it. When I listen to funk, I'm like, oh my god, like that my guitar can't make that sound. You know what I mean? There's just something. There's just something.
It's so jazzy. And to be honest with you, I didn't really get an understanding really of it until I went to like music school, because it was like a contemporary jazz school, and it was like, oh, these are just like all the funk dude, like disco shit gets like shit on in funk and stuff sometimes, but it's like it's literally just like these jazz players that just like no one's listening to the fucking, unless you're Weather Report, listening to fucking weird, or like you're playing with Miles. You're not really playing jazz in the 70s,
right,
80s. There's some people, but it's like a very niche.
Do you think like was there like did the musicians kind of look down on the music that they were playing? They just wanted to kind of be, like full-time musicians rather than playing jazz because like you love to do it or whatever. But as soon as like funk kind of pops off, or I know wasn't it like the Bee Gees are like, fuck it, we'll do disco just to like keep making records or keep doing the thing, right?
Like Barry Gibb never sang that falsetto until like Saturday Night Fever.
Totally.
And they were like, oh, well, this fucking works.
Let's keep doing this, I guess.
We're gonna sell a lot of records. They did. And they still do. I don't really I know that it was like, it was not necessarily frowned on by musicians, but like definitely there was the whole like, the disco burning fucking era and all that shit. But like people that knew what was up, like the funk players were like, those were the motherfuckers, dude. Like everyone who played those on those records are like, that's where the shit's happening.
Absolutely.
The best fucking players in the world.
Absolutely. I mean, even just like like bass, something for me is like everybody shits on a bass player. I don't know why. That's like the fun, like
I think
like the whipping boy for whatever
world that I also
for sure
came from. It's like it's just like it's like a 4-string guitar.
Totally.
Most they just play 4-string guitar or whatever that. But we understand like bass is a whole fucking what ties the entire thing together.
It's so central to funk music is that bass sound.
But then you see guys like even like now like Thundercat or whatever. I don't even know how many fucking strings are on that bass. Like he rips that goddamn thing.
It's so
right?
good. Yeah, he's got these like weird like scrunchies and shit on it. I've been playing guitar forever. I'm like, what the fuck are those?
I'm like, do I need some scrunchies?
Yeah. I just call my sister up.
Ties and Claire's for shopping around.
Oh, he's straight up A. Look like him on the set of Napoleon Dynamite.
You just start walking around with like an arm full of scrunchies, and you're like, I need this for my guitar.
Just like a flamenco arm. I'm down with that.
It's always funny. Is there like a musician kind of thing? Like there, like for skateboarders, if you look at like whatever toe you like all your or flick your board with or whatever, it's like super worn down or whatever. Is there like a musician equivalent of that? You can kind of see somebody on the train and be like, oh, what's up?
I don't have.
I got the same mark on my shoe. We can be friends.
But you also suck at heel flips.
Big time.
Yeah. You can only pop shove. Me too.
I can get a kickflip, maybe like 1 in 100. Oh, still got it.
That's pretty good. I'm like, damn, I wish I could get
Dude, I was out there a few weeks ago. My friend came to town, so we went over to the Home Depot parking lot at 3 a.m, just like tripping on acid, being like, we could still do this, and like got a couple shoves. Oh yeah, well no slappy, no, like nothing like that. We definitely tried to do some shit. There's a pole knockdown that like was not waxed and shit like that. We're pretty fucked up, but I'm just trying to get this goddamn kickflip forever. And I came back with like shinners and defeated. Really high, and so I didn't really realize what was going on, but then I couldn't walk the next day because I was just like, I spent the night just jumping around with no stretching, and I was like, oh, I'm not an athlete. I might have used to do something. I used to do a lot of things, but there's not. That shit ain't for me anymore.
Well, that's what I was saying when we were watching skateboarding videos the other night, and I was like, they're awesome. Like people who like skateboard professionally, your body must be destroyed by the time you're like 35.
No one talks about it either, right? And these guys don't have like, it's not like, oh, Roger Goodell's gonna cover your fucking bill.
No shit.
That ain't happening. Like maybe the companies will, like But like I grew up with a ton of pro skaters, and it's like, the fucking ACL.
Oh, I showed her RDS FSU 2002.
Yeah,
that was
that's what I did. Instead of buying a car, I bought a Sony VX 1000 and fucking Century Optics fisheye lens. And I was like, I could either film skate videos or Beastie Boy videos.
Except for either one,
yeah.
No, it was a fun watch. I was into it,
But I think it's up to like the skateboarders now to like take care of themselves, and I think there's like a push because when I was a kid, it was still pretty gnarly and like hash and like we're not stretching and you know what I mean, right? There wasn't like all that shit's for jocks kind of thing, right? But now it's like you want to have these
kids.
So
different now.
Oh,
no,
totally.
You got Nija and like dudes like that. And they're super.
Have you seen
like,
Neen Williams?
And,
like he blew his ACL and now he's just like a completely different person. Doesn't party and fucking on it.
Yeah,
sponsors
he heel flips like a motherfucker
He's
though.
The best heel flip.
Yeah, super good. Yet another way that I was exposed to some of this music. To be honest with you, there was always funk tracks and stuff like that, and great punk and all that stuff through skate videos.
Totally.
And like great alt bands like I think that's the first time I ever heard like Modest Mouse. Probably was through skate videos, through old Transworld videos, and like bands like Built to Spill, and like just rad guitar bands from the 90s.
Yeah, like I think like even the Thrasher video or anything, like they were always so good about just in the credits, like putting everything up, right? So you just pause framing on your VHS and being like, okay, now I have 12 like new, just new music to discover, right? Because it's so varied, right? You got hit from everything from hip hop to
Bowie. I remember being exposed to like really cool Bowie songs through like Flip Sorry and stuff like that. Like, or I think R.O. Sorry skates to 1984, which is like kind of a B-side Bowie tune, like when you're in fucking grade 8 or whatever.
Totally, yeah. But like I mean, but you're exposed to it now, right? And then you can like even like dive deeper and even to fun shit too or whatever. I know
there's some Madonna.
I know Like a Prayer.
I've had Like a Prayer stuck in my head for 3 days now.
Yeah,
I got so into it.
Hammered in my room just dancing that shit. It's a good fucking song.
Didn't Nile Rodgers produce that whole album? I think Nile Rodgers, who was the guitar player of Chic.
Oh, here we go.
Great
Teach us something.
Yeah, here we go.
Nile Rodgers has produced like more number ones than like anybody. It's insane. Like he did Duran Duran stuff. He did Daft Punk's like Random Access Memories.
Holy shit.
And he always plays on those tracks. Yeah, Chic's another fucking great funk band. That's that disco-y funk.
You're gonna have to leave a list here because I mean this is. I mean, a little bit more known, but I haven't like dove deep into this world. But it's something that like just has to be done.
Oh yeah. It's so
it's just like
you just can't not dance to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
And there's like something about. I think that's why I like this particular record of all the Parliament and Funkadelic because there's endless albums. Like George Clinton was fucking Jay-Z back in the day. It's like 4 different bands under 4 different record labels at one time because there was like the Parliaments, which is like their old doo-wop group. Then Parliament, then Funkadelic, and then there's like. You branch off of that after it gets popular. It's like the Brides of Funkenstein, Bootsy's Rubber Band, like all this shit. Hampton had his own stuff. Like, it's insane. So this is like their 4th studio album, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
And by this time they had like his whole thing was just putting black people in situations that you wouldn't normally like. Their last one was like Chocolate City. The 3rd album was Chocolate City, I think. So that's like all about just black people like taking over the White House. So it's like First Lady, Aretha Franklin. And like, he goes off and it's like, the Minister of Education, James Brown. It's a crazy fucking album. There's a really good song on that album called Misjudged You, and it's like kind of it doesn't fit with the rest of the album. It's just kind of piano ballady funk. It's insane. It kind of sounds like Phantom of the Opera a little bit, like this riff, but like super funky. So then this album was like, you got to think it's like what 1970. I think I even wrote it down. 75. So Star Wars had come out, and then like Star Trek's like super pop. So it's like Clinton's like,
fuck
we're going to space. So we're going to space.
We're going to fucking space.
And for some reason, it's this common theme, but definitely in my life, where I'm like, I am fucking down with the concept of aliens coming down to Earth only to make humans dance with dope music. Like Daft Punk's the same shit. Parliament's the same shit. There's like a bunch of other like L'Imperatrice is like that. Like there's a bunch of fucking rad like disco-y bands. That's their whole claim. Is
I know. Well, you know, like and just like leave it to the funk, right? Because there's a lot of UFO, a lot of alien stuff. It's like one of my favorite things to talk about. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's the best theory.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like if that's what comes down, because like if you just believe just to be happy, right? Like I just want a little bit more like fun and excitement, a little bit of joy and wonder in my life, right?
Yeah.
But like so, if and when the spaceship does land here, like maybe like takes out this little like car dealership, and when like the ramp comes down, you just see like a couple green men just like wheeling out like Marshall stacks and shit.
And maybe that's why the government has been keeping UFOs a secret, because they're like, they can't handle the funk yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, because we need to work for corporations and make money and shit like
but
that.
I think they can handle that funk.
We need the funk.
You got people outside Area 51 yelling, "Clap those cheeks!" They're ready for that funk, dude.
They're so fucking ready.
Release the funk.
That was the best shit.
We want the funk.
I just want an alien to cook.
I just love the idea that there's like one general, and I mean like they're just like trying to bust out the doors, and he's just holding everything back.
Yeah.
He's the protector of the funk. Like, no, you gotta fucking kill this guy.
Protector of the funk.
He thinks he's the protector, but really he's he's keeping the funk from all of us, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And,
he's the funk. He's the Hitler of the funk.
Well, Funk Hitler, Jackie, which is funny.
It's
That's
funk. Funk. Yeah, in this metaphor, I guess funk would be Jewish people.
Yeah.
Yes, my funk Führer.
The funkiest tribe of all.
Yeah, I want the funk.
Do the rest of that German accent. There is something so creepily awesome about a German accent.
Why do they always sound gay?
Oh, they always. I have no idea.
Because they look that good when have you seen those uniforms?
Dude, come on.
Come on.
True,
It's not designed by a gay guy.
Absolutely.
Cleaned up pretty nice.
So sharp.
Oh, absolutely. Easily the best dressed tyrants in history for sure.
Yeah,
but I
hands
was
down.
a few years ago I was living downtown, and when Airbnb came out, I was like, holy shit, I can like rent my couch out for, like a couple weekends or something like that. Let's pay this rent, right? I was like, this is kind of cool. So I did it one time, and I didn't do it again. But these guys were awesome. They were just going to stay for the weekend. And then they were like, hey, can we just like pay you money to like just crash for like the month? And they were young, maybe like, 20-year-old German kids and shit. And they were fucking awesome. So I was like, totally. I pay X amount of dollars here. So they just covered the rent, and we partied for the entire month.
Nice.
And it was awesome. But they, the shit that they could just like get into is wild for one, but the way a German tells you about it is like, oh yeah, man, I'm 24-hour sex club in my hometown, in my home. You would love, you go there 24 hours anytime you want, and you stay as long as you want. Right? I went to 4 different accents there because
I was enjoying the ride there.
It was awesome.
Where are we going?
We can put different.
San Diego.
Oh my god! Yeah. Where in the world?
But yes, there's something like definitely intriguing, right? I've never like partied with Germans, but something tells me I need ecstasy to do it.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean, right? Yeah.
definitely some sort of stimulant.
Oh yeah.
That's what they're known for.
Well, which is weird because I've when you meet like young Germans compared to like the heritage or whatever. I mean, all the Nazi shit aside, but like you think of like Oktoberfest.
When
and,
you
like,
say German heritage, you can't just go,
all the Nazi shit aside.
I mean, if you really think about the German heritage, Nazi shit excluded,
I mean,
of course.
it was like 10 years. Come on, give them a break. They have a rich
Everything's
history.
white in my head, but there's nothing else there.
I was like,
Just blank.
what the fuck? What
blank
what
canvas.
heritage are you
There
talking
was a
about?
wall.
Yeah.
Well, no, because like who's the fat kid on The Simpsons? He's like it's a white shirt and
Goobert or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goobert? No,
Goober?
god damn it.
Well, yeah, but he's got the white shirt and like the green kind of suspenders and shit
Yeah,
like that. Like those.
You want some of my chocolate?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Those are some of the most hateful people on earth. Like fascinating.
Yeah.
You can't look in the mirror and hate somebody else.
Yeah.
Hate your mother that put you in that fucking thing.
It's deflection.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely seems like definitely.
They don't hate the Jews; they hate themselves.
Well, yeah, because interesting. So in history, it's so like some of the worst and best dressed.
There you go. Yeah, it's come full circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Go back to the Nazi
overalls with the shorts is the equivalent of wearing a short sleeve shirt with a tie.
Yeah.
You just look like a fucking Jehovah's Witness. Something's just really right about you.
Yeah,
you
it's
look
off-putting.
like you're gonna ask me for money.
Or like sing for Simple Plan or something like that. What the fuck? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Is one of those ties a belt now?
Yeah. If someone shows up at your door in fucking suspenders and shorts, then you fucking slam the door in their face. You don't want
they're
what
there
they're
to
saying.
fight.
Yeah.
Close it. The fuck out of here.
There's definitely there to fuck. When you were, because you've done some traveling too, hey, right? Like, did you play shows, or did you do anything like anything
so that
like
was
that
like
when you were?
So when I first went traveling, I played, like I said, I played nylon string guitar all growing up.
It's like the classical thicker.
Classical, but I always played like Brazilian made ones, so they're like a lot warmer sounding. Like they use that mahogany.
Well, I had one when I was a kid, but like a really thick neck on it, thicker strings, and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, right. That
Me and JR about thick neck.
Thick neck.
He loves a thick neck.
Yeah.
So yeah, in fact, that's why like when I started playing electric guitar, I didn't like Stratocasters and stuff like that because they were so small and I was so used to such a big neck.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't like wrap my hands around it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I preferred like something like an SG or something like that.
Sure.
That had that thicker neck. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I had a guitar that I had bought from my classical teacher. That was made in like 1972 in Brazil, in Sao Paulo.
Oh yeah.
And I always just wanted to go to Brazil. I don't know. I had this weird. I'd never really been anywhere. Mm-hmm. So I went down. This is the first time I was in Panama, and I had to stay in a fucking Panama City for a month trying to get a visa for Brazil. And I'd already been traveling for like almost a year before that in Costa Rica and Nicaragua.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Finally got down to Brazil, and I got to bring that guitar back down to the factory it was made in Sao Paulo from like 1972.
That's sick.
And there were like old luthiers still there who like remembered that model, and they came out and like played it. And like I didn't speak any Portuguese or anything at the time.
But you were just like,
and it was just like it was just fucking dope.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I literally would like just sit. I stayed like almost a year in Brazil, and mainly in Rio, and I would sit at the cafe where Jobim wrote like The Girl from Ipanema and like every other like real book song.
Wow.
Yeah, and like everyone there is just amazing at music, and they just look at you like, didn't your dad teach you to be good? And you're like, no, Jackie Joy, I did not. Shout out Jackie Joy.
But were you hot shit at the time? I mean, you got some skills, right? So could you
I
keep up with
for
them?
quite a while. Then I hadn't gone to school yet for it, but I was like, I could still like, I was pretty fucking good at guitar at that time. But
Right.
And then when I came back is when I went to like school.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And where'd you go to school?
I went to Selkirk College in Nelson, which is
Hey,
like
I'm from Trail. Hey.
a brother's college of Berkeley. And
cool.
if I had $150,000 a semester, I could have gone to Berkeley.
Yeah,
but that was not gonna happen.
Yeah, they're like, you go to Nelson.
Yeah, so I went to fucking went to school, and then so I have my degree in sound engineering now. That's like
okay.
Finished in, but you still had to major in an instrument as well, so that's where a lot of the jazz came in. And that's when I got like super into like gypsy jazz and like that kind of shit. Because I still played
weed on Baker Street in Nelson, just
for real, dude. Yeah.
Did you like? So did you live there at the time, or?
Yeah,
Oh, no
definitely.
shit. Hey,
I lived above the Royal, actually.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Right
I lived
on.
above the Royal. Yeah,
Hell
it was
yeah.
awful. I got there because they're like, oh, it's finished, and I got there and literally had all my fucking shit. I brought every instrument I had at that time. It was like I had sitars and fucking just crazy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And it was all before I moved to Panama, so like I sold all that shit before I did that. But like I brought every fucking instrument I had, like a little piano, a whole fucking mission. And like I got there whatever at 9 at night, and Buddy was still putting the floor in. And I was just
God.
like, oh, there's like drywall in the shower.
Oh, God.
I don't know a lot to this. Yeah.
But
I had to go buy a toilet the next day.
Nice.
I'm like
God.
20 or whatever that, like buying a toilet.
Yeah.
I'm at Home Depot buying a toilet, and there was a guy who was like 400 pounds. And he was like, this is a good one.
I'll take your word
I
for
don't
it.
like
Yeah.
this guy. They got 2 of these at home.
Yeah.
You take his
You
word
look
for
like
it.
you know how to shit. Yeah.
Look, you don't. Yeah, I'll take this for my fucking skinny, my no ass. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll take the half model.
Yeah.
Not good.
You might need it, but that's fucking crazy. And like, you had to cover your own, like your own toilet, or were you just doing it because you just didn't have one in the place? Like,
I
or
did
did they like
it was the kind of
reimburse
first
you?
time I did this, and I kind of learned how to do this afterwards with landlords, which was a tight move. It's like, okay, the bottom line is you need something in your place fixed.
Yeah.
They are not gonna fork up fucking cash to do it.
Totally.
They will always let you go and do it and take it off your fucking rent.
Yeah.
If you just handle it for them,
For sure.
then they'll always do it.
Yeah.
And then you just
Okay,
bump it
yeah.
up
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
You make that receipt out for $20 extra.
Yeah.
And you're a 20-year-old kid that gets to put a toilet down. I mean, it's a rite of passage, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got to learn how to do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do without.
Yeah, I hope you don't expect my work.
I've done
like,
hundreds of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't give a shit, man. I want to see if it flushes and it fucking
Yeah,
shit
it
doesn't
was
go all over the
fine.
floor. You're good to go.
Yeah.
You're good
Yeah.
to go. I'm actually excited. Peter's gonna take me over to some tattoo shop or whatever. We're gonna put a couple toilets in for a tattoo. I think.
Yeah.
This weekend, so I'm very excited.
Me and Peter are gonna go get toilet tattoos.
Dude, Peter's gonna take me to a tattoo
Bro,
shop.
I would totally
You
get
would
it.
get a
I
toilet
would
tat.
Is that a
totally
toilet
get
tat?
toilet tat. Hell yeah, man.
I feel like Peter should get like a Victorian claw tub on his lower back.
Yeah.
A claw tub tramp stamp would be the fucking classiest goddamn thing I've ever seen. Like, as a plumber, I would really, really appreciate that. Oh my god.
Fuck, yeah.
Stamp.
I would fucking
Dude,
do
I wasn't
that.
sure about this girl, but then I saw her tramp stamp.
And I was like, oh
Claw tub
shit.
tramp stamp.
That's how you know she's a classy bitch.
That's right. I mean, it's like, you know, it might as well just say piss here. Or, you know what I mean, right? It always, somehow it just always pools around the base of that. I just got to aim for the bowl, but.
Splashbacks.
Oh man. So as far as the funk goes, so you were in Nelson doing all that shit, right? Like, you were hanging out. When did you come back here?
Oh god, I'm terrible with like years and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for like 2 or 3 years, and then I came back here, and I was only here like briefly. And
Okay.
I played in like a gypsy fucking band. We're
Yeah, because
Gogo
that was gonna be my
Bordello.
ask. So like
Right.
other than like sound engineering, or like at that point where you like, I'm gonna like just pursue music and
Yeah, that
You
was
know,
basically the plan of just like, yeah, let's just figure this out or whatever
Right.
that. So I had moved, when I moved down to Panama, I kind of sold like everything. And because I had been in this area when I was trying to get to Brazil before, I kind of knew the area I was going to already.
Yeah.
And how easy it was. And I knew some people there.
totally.
And I knew how easy it was to get work and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I did for the first year I was in Panama, was just like, would just freelance my life. So I just would play gig at a different bar every night.
Yeah, and it was pretty easy to set up too. You could just go in there and say,
Yeah, I'd have like,
Nice.
I mean, you guys know, like this setup is so sick, and it's like you could bring this anywhere.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have.
yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
planning
we
on
have.
everywhere that we
Exactly,
go.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
super dope. So, and this is fucking, this is over 10 years ago now. So it's
Mhm.
like,
Right.
you know, even then you could. I basically had my setup from school. It was like my little M Audio, you know, interface,
Yep.
and then and Pro Tools on a MacBook,
Perfect.
and it did not do well in the heat of the Caribbean, but or the ocean air.
Yeah.
Turns out
That
corrosion
salt
is
air.
a motherfucker.
Oh,
No shit.
Ruins every electronic you
Oh
have.
no.
Yeah, but you can still, I don't know. People fly down, and you just get them to pick your shit up.
Oh
Right.
bring it to you,
yeah.
whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. 'cause
And so at that point, are you kind of just like playing beats and strumming over top of it?
basically, I wasn't even like playing beats at the time. It was just like I was just doing, because I had all that classical shit before. Like I had a couple different style sets where it was like I had the Gogo Bordello like party fucking set. And it
Yeah.
was like you're on tables kicking wine glasses
Totally.
over and
Hell
fucking
yeah.
getting it going. And then I had like the wedding sets with
Right,
just like
yeah.
you just play in the background and no
All the
one should know
fiddle
you're
bits.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
It pays better usually.
No shit.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
is weird.
yeah.
You paid more to not put on a show.
Yeah, well, it's
Well-
the same as doing like a corporate gig for stand up. It's
Totally.
like you're not doing your
Yeah.
best material, but you're going to
Totally.
get paid
Yeah,
way
but you're and
more.
all, but
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like, I mean, if they have the money, they're putting that together. Like, it's the same thing as like the catering and all of that. You're kind of like just like a part of the atmosphere. So if you can kind of stay in the back and you're talented enough that, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and
You're
there
not
is a
fucking
certain
up and you
role
can
to be
pay.
played there too.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
not
yeah.
everyone can handle it, especially not egotistical guitar player.
Yeah.
No shit. No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, after I got through Brain Stew and like a couple other
Yeah.
little ditties
20s, I'd be like, oh, fuck.
Dude, the most valuable thing I learned in school was like nothing with ear training or harmony or any of that stuff. It was from a teacher of mine named John Tucker. And it's called the fake guitar turn up. And this is when you're doing live sound. I hate doing live sound for people. It's like I thought that's what I wanted to do.
We saw you at House Comedy. You were having a hell of a time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Except for the musician.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fun dealing with everything else, but as far as dealing with other musicians, it's the fucking worst.
Right,
and because I am a guitar player, people already think I'm an asshole to begin with.
Right.
And it's like not the case.
But also a sound engineer, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And this guy did not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I didn't big league him. I was just trying
not at all.
Dude, we gotta go. You're late to set up. Like I'm already like fucking. I'm already mad. Right. Yeah, and I wasn't being a dick guitar player. I was being a dick sound engineer.
Yeah, which is
but it was called for. It was called for
a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was chill.
Yeah.
I was fucking.
Well, no, but I love it because like when he shows up and he's like, "Oh, this is the first time I've
ever set up this rig."
Yeah. Like now is your first time.
It's my first time being on this fucking board. So I was here 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So where the fuck were you?
Totally.
Yeah.
Could have figured this out.
DI. It reminded me of why I don't do it anymore.
So
this is the best fucking move ever. Whenever, it doesn't matter how well you set up the fucking stage sound, the guitar player, especially when you're doing like metal, will always ask to be turned up. And they won't necessarily ask you to turn up. They'll just go and turn up their amp, which fucks your entire thing. Because you're like, don't turn the amp up. I will turn your monitor up so that you can hear. But I have your amp has to be set because otherwise you're drowning on everybody else.
Right.
It just fucks everything. But they never listen or word that. So if they point to the monitor and they go up, you just act like you have like a giant like end of the world dial behind there, and you go. And I swear to God, 9 times out of 10, they're like, they love it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Way fucking better.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
You just act
yeah.
like Igor behind it. Yeah, dude.
I've never really realized like how much like goes into that and like how thankless of a job it is to run sound at these shows, especially like if you're in there, like you know what I mean, in a shit kicking kind of bar, like a punk show. These kids are fucking throwing beers and shit at the ceiling, like the whole
trying
fucking
not to
thing.
get shit wet.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? That's that's definitely like an unsung hero, I think, in the. In the music
well,
industry.
they're like, have you ever met a sound like a
no, they're
live
probably
sound
fucking
engineer
assholes for
they're
exactly.
like graphic designers. They're just like because you're stuck doing a craft. But you're that you love doing, but for not the right reasons. Like you're a graphic designer, but for Hallmark.
Totally.
Right.
So you're like, this is sucking everything out of my soul.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
You're like
yeah.
some dude just doing sound for a bunch of 16-year-old fucking assholes in Astoria.
Exactly. He's like, I went to fucking school for this shit.
Right? Just telling them, fucking giving them the what for, so that they can grow up to become a sound guy at the Astoria.
Exactly.
I mean, the cycle repeats itself.
Totally.
So cool. That was the album I was gonna bring. Was the Lion King
No
soundtrack.
shit.
No.
Oh, okay. We've been surprised before. Yeah, Darcy brought in
Randy Newman.
Fucking and we had no idea. We
Yeah,
thought he was fucking with us.
we thought he was doing
What
a bit.
Randy Newman album?
I
don't know any of them.
Bad Love.
Bad
It's
Love.
really good and like it turned out to be awesome.
But we like listened to it thinking that he was like this was like a setup for a bit he was doing. So we listened to it being like, fuck off, Darcy.
Yeah.
Like, why are you making us listen to this? And he comes and we're like, all right, well, let's hear it. And he's like, fuck both of you. It's a fucking great album.
And honestly, like, made a fan out of it. Like a little bit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it turns out we had
It
no
might not
idea
be
what
like
we were
when I go
talking
home and
about.
press play for myself. I mean, it's probably not gonna just like sonically. That's not like my vibe and shit. But I can see what he's doing there, and there was some heavy
course.
shit.
Newman.
Yeah. It turns out he's kind of good.
Craft.
Who would have thunk it?
Again, going back to that though, there's so many fucking bands like that, and I don't know why it's like because I am a bit of a prick like that, where it's like to me there are two kinds of music that are good and bad.
Yeah.
Right. But
Fair
there's
enough.
tons of good music that I don't listen to.
Totally.
Tool
That's
is
a
like
really
that.
fucking good way to say
I appreciate Tool so much. Their live show is bananas. Seen it. Their albums are fucking so well produced. Their songwriting, their composition, everything about
Just
it
got
is
into the Hall of
awesome.
Fame last year.
not my shit. Like I just don't put it on to listen to. But I'm like, these guys are unfucking believable. There's no denying that.
Definitely.
I don't know why people have such a hard time figuring that shit out to me.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't mean
so obvious to me. I don't know why.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, to actively like I don't know, they could be some serious haters, and I don't understand why. Like, if your sole purpose in life is to talk about music is to shit on something, like, because I can usually get it. Like, if it's bringing somebody a little bit of joy, then I can at least see what they're doing and kind of go like, oh, okay, I listened to fucking ICP when I was 12 years old. For fuck's sakes, I'm not an authority on music to, you know what I mean, to say anything about. But no, you're absolutely right. Like now, in the shit that I'm listening to is the stuff that I listen to, but it's almost fascinating to see what people kind of grow into, because you can take like two kids from, say, you're like 10 or 12 years old, give them the same album, and then watch their like the tree as it kind of like branches out, and watch like from the exact same starting point to completely different tastes of music and
100%,
which is like super interesting.
In your environment too, like
totally.
Like, I mean, siblings were a huge part of it. For
Absolutely.
me.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, get introduced stuff and like.
Well, for me, it was like rebelling against what my brother was doing, because like those guys they're older and they're fucking assholes. So like, fuck Pantera, NoFX is way more fun. You know what I mean, or whatever, right? So it became like
they're also thinking about like that shit too.
Totally.
Like,
totally. Fucking Cemetery Gates, no, fucking listen to Bob or something stupid like that or whatever. Or like if there was always like a rally cry or like any like kind of fuck you thing, it's like fucking Hostile or something. It's like a go like Pantera fight song or something, which is like okay, but I'd much rather listen to like Pennywise being like fuck authority and the government's wrong or so, you know what I mean, or you know whatever. Right?
And those music battles with your siblings are hilarious.
The best.
There's always inevitably there is an album that you both can't talk shit about. You both like it, but it's a very awkward moment for both.
Oh, dude, it's Master of Puppet. Yeah, it's like,
just leave it on. Okay.
This one's fine.
It's like a Tommy Boy.
What you say when you love me, man? You change it. Yeah, you change it. You want to do your funeral, bud.
They're crying and shit.
I wonder what that is, because like so he's a big metal guy, but like I will listen to Master of Puppets like anytime with him or whatever. Battery is like the fucking greatest song in the world to me or whatever. It's so fast as fuck. But like he'll listen to like Green Day Dookie or you know what I mean, something like that, or maybe like Pennywise Land of the Free or something like that. Just like for whatever reason, even if it's like not his shit, I think over time you could both like sit down and be like, oh yeah, well like this album fucking rips, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like a little bit different. I think we're like, okay, we don't have to fucking beat each other's throats about it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have to fight about music anymore. We're fucking adults here. Yeah.
Here's other shit. We can watch golf.
Unless we're fucking driving in the car and you have control of the Bluetooth or the aux cord, then it's going to be a fucking battle.
Totally.
I always like, 'cause sometimes it's even like the softest fucking albums that you both get down. You're like, you like Pantera and I like fucking AC/DC, but we can all agree that Paul Simon's Graceland is unbelievable.
Let the record show.
And 100% that is like fully an album that we were both like, yeah, okay. Point a bubble.
I think for me, because like I never knew that like David Bowie or any of this like of his career, you know, anything about like him as a person when I was a kid. Mogi gave me Ziggy Stardust, and I was just like, oh, like Starman, and like I'm like, oh, this is my shit. But it's the lightest thing.
This guy's got a lightning bolt on his face.
Holy shit.
I'm super into
Fuck yeah.
I'm fucking in.
Exactly.
Life on where?
I don't know what that. Yeah, that would probably be the one.
He's got two colored eyes.
Fuck yeah.
It's like an album that like in my CD collection I'd used to like put it like behind, just like not to hide it, but just so that I didn't have to talk about it when somebody like is gonna be like, what the fuck is one of these things is not one of these things is not like the other. Totally.
Hilarious.
What's
maybe
this
put it like sideways,
David Bowie
so
album?
Exactly.
Put it.
Well, no, it's not even. It was Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Which is fine. But maybe I should have put them onto it, because I mean, it's pretty fucking undeniable.
Yeah.
Good album.
It's pretty fucking good. Yeah, I think everyone can agree on that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, hey, you know, there's a lot of shame, right? I was running from a lot of things, Jackie. I was running from a lot of things. Took me a long time just to be cool with me. Never mind David Bowie.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah.
I mean, come on, all right? Still don't like that guy.
Well, it feels unnecessary.
Welcome back to Donahue.
Welcome back back to Donnie. I just watched some fucking Rabbi who sent it to me. It was like a documentary on like 90s talk shows. And it started with that. So it's like basically got the whole
was it the
Springer
Dark Side
thing.
of the 90s, the
It
Vice
was
thing?
definitely.
Check it out.
Nice.
It was awesome.
So good, dude.
I got hooked into that.
Yeah,
like
of
I think I
course.
watched everything that like all those episodes in like in a day or something like that. They fucking killed that.
Yeah, it was really good.
But just watching like because was it like this? Was it Dark Side of the Ring? Was it the kind of the same people that?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he shared one of those too the other day. That was just like fuck. Like I'm crying watching all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But the 90s shit was, I love it. When you're a kid, like I love any history shit, so I will always watch it. But now being older and watching your childhood kind of, you know,
Totally.
like OJ and Michael Jordan and fucking Y2K, you're like, that was the shit.
Yeah.
I think that's what annoys me about all these kids now is they all dress like the 90s.
Yeah.
Every kid out there looks like I looked in the 90s, but they're
Yeah.
too fucking sensitive to
Right?
be dressing like you dress in the 90s.
Yeah. It's like you gotta at least fucking act the part.
The other day, I was like, why do I fucking hate these kids so much? I can't quite. I got it.
Yeah.
Like I had those corduroy pants
Yeah.
and those band shoes.
Yeah.
You know
And
the
that
thing-
toque.
Well, the thing that drives me
I just
nuts
wasn't
is, like, the
offended
flood,
about
it's
fucking
it's-
everything.
Yeah,
I
they
just-
dress like kids in the 90s, but don't act like kids in the
Exactly.
90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but like you have your style and I totally respect it. But for me, like my pants, the bottoms of them have to touch my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fucking rule. This
Right.
is it's a very simple style. rule.
Yeah.
And then like when this might be a controversial take, hot take, but you remember the sweatpants with the elastic on the bottom of them?
joggers.
Yeah, with the socks pulled up and like the white dad shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Think about high school and who is the only kid wearing that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, these
school
kids.
outside of the
Yeah,
school.
exactly. And that's
I was
that's
in that class too, so I can say
no,
it.
totally. I had some learning disabilities myself, but I'm just like, that's hot shit now. Hey, that's the style now.
Yeah.
And I would just like, I would love to be the shit that I wouldn't be caught dead in, like just take a time travel to the future and be like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this
How
is the
dumb
style.
did they think we were though in school? Because they were literally did that to me. They're like, no, you're super special. We gotta take you. We gotta take you.
We gotta take you away.
Special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Really? To this fucking portable outside the high school that doesn't have a bathroom? Yeah, I'm real wicked smart.
As soon as the door closes and the fucking sweltering heat.
I don't know. Russell's here.
Yeah. I'm aware of the kids around me. Yeah.
They got me.
Yeah.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah.
just grade 6, picketing outside the portable. Bait and switch.
Yeah.
Switch. Dude, that actually, okay, so when I was in grade 6, we took like an English test that wasn't new during an English class. I just remember being like weird, like, oh, it's just like a pop quiz or whatever. Like, okay, so I just like wrote the test. And then all of my friends were like, oh, they said that it didn't matter. So it didn't matter. So all my buddies just shit the bed on this thing purposely.
Oh, no.
And then like the next day I showed up to English and like I'm my only friend and all my buddies are in the portable. like that shit actually happened to them. And like the whole thing was like, they were like, oh, Jonny's smart kid or whatever. And I was like, no, I just wrote a very simple grade 6 test. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, all of you are dumb as fuck. Like,
You know what got
That's
me
my
into that
ability.
actual
it was like
class?
me and like two and like it was just like all the girls in the class and like me and another guy. That was like,
That got me put into the portable was they had a fake reading competition.
Oh, my
They were like, who could fake read the best? I was like, got it. I swear to God.
Get out of
I
here.
swear to fucking God. And they're like, him. And I was like, yeah, suck it, bitch. I walk up, just my cock out.
I go to fake
and then
read
once
my
a
way
week
to
for
the
the
top.
remainder of elementary school, I had to go to a different class and they had to talk to me about math.
Oh, my God.
a fake reading contest.
Like, that's what they called
who
it.
could
A
read
fake.
who could read the best? And I was like, you think Emily's got this? I don't think so.
Emily will be
look
fucking-
at
This
me.
bitch actually reads. Like a dummy.
I could just look at her.
Yo,
She's
fucking
itching
this
to
idiot
turn
over
that
here.
page. She's
Yeah,
itching
yeah.
to turn that
You
page.
can see her eyes moving. That's legitimate
Yeah.
reading, this fucking bitch.
I was so disappointed with the rest of my class. I'm like, how hard can this be, guy? Left to right, left to right. on.
So they basically just got you to expose yourself because like you weren't like were you like just not reading during the silent reading thing? Like was that
Yes.
was that oh
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That was
Okay.
it. Well, I mean, part of it was like, but that was in. I was still. This is like grade 2.
Yeah. Oh no
Yeah,
shit.
okay, yeah.
it was like grade 2.
That's like
To be fair, I didn't learn how to read English until grade 3.
okay.
Well, of course
can
you
read
win the fake reading
Yeah, I was
contest.
gonna say maybe you needed to be in that class.
I think it's weird that they have a whole
Yeah,
competition
it
just to
wasn't-
single me out.
Well, you know
It
what? They
wasn't
didn't
really
want
like a gotcha moment, but it
Well,
was
they-
unnecessary.
Would it be better if they
for
just
sure.
yanked you by the collar and said, "Come over here, you fucking idiot"? Like, I think it was like they probably set
They
that
said
up.
it in French, I would have understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, petite moron, love. Okay, I go.
Oh well, that's totally different.
Oh,
You
oui,
could
oui.
read and
French,
and
no problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that
you're
was
smarter than me
fine.
then. That's why, but not like not a
See,
huge.
Yeah.
should run my own portable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. French immersion was weird like that though, because they weren't
Right.
supposed to teach you a lot of the things they taught you in French. Like math wasn't supposed to be French, because by the time you get to
Right.
high school, you had to switch over again.
Totally.
But
yeah.
then even in my high school, there weren't teachers qualified to teach you science in French.
Oh,
Like
okay.
there weren't people that spoke good enough French to teach you biology.
Yeah,
Right.
fair
So you
enough, yeah.
still had to switch over to English again,
Right.
even if you're getting your double dogwood, which was insane to me because it's like you're not.
Did you say double dogwood?
Yeah,
What?
was-
Yeah, that's what it's called. Here. Right? When you graduate in both languages.
Oh, double.
I only
dogwood.
graduated in one. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
But
got
that's
just
awesome. Yeah.
Single dogwood
Sorry.
over here.
Me too.
Okay.
Did you guys miss that whole portable story? or-
I'm not fucking double dogging it over here.
yeah. Yeah. I'm getting old Yellard in the back of the school. Ain't no dogging around here. Yeah. All I did was screw the pooch. Get in there. Get in the portable.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The fucking portable.
I was just up in the actual English class, just looking down at all the dummies, being like, "I should have fucked that test up.
Yeah.
I could have been with my homies right now. But I
I
was
could
sitting
have
here
been in
next
the
to
portable.
Into circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Fucking
a
hanging
lot
out with
more
fucking
fun.
Larissa in English class. This sucks. She was fine. It was just the first name that popped into my head from my
Yeah.
grade 6 class.
Shout out to Larissa.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Whatever.
Imagine she's still alive. That's crazy. After the crash? Wow. If she's watching, that would be great. I'd be right on.
Oh, man. Funk is dope.
Funk
Yes.
is dope, dude. Honestly, dude, we're right about there, man. If there's any like final thoughts on the album, or yeah, what do you
Go check it out.
Yes.
Go check it out.
Yes.
It's one of the better. You've got so many like amazing players on it. Like Bootsy Collins is on it, who used to be the bass. He was like the second bass player for James Brown's band. You've got like this is like the first time like Marcio something. 2 horn players from James Brown band joined on this album, and there's just like a whole bunch of fucking awesome stuff. And it's about the funk coming down from space to come in to make you dance. George Clinton
yeah.
spent the entire budget, that every cent that he made from the last 3 albums, on the spaceship for the live production.
Oh my
No
god.
shit.
Yeah.
Is there a video? Is there a
Yeah.
video of this? Oh,
so,
fuck
live
yeah.
in
Yeah, we're
Houston.
gonna
If
have
you
to
go
watch
check it out on
it.
YouTube, you can
Hell
watch
yeah.
the whole concert.
We
Oh,
will,
it's
yeah, no,
fuck
the
yeah,
link.
yeah.
Freaking
We will
Yeah.
actually put that link down there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Liz, like you said, there's so much on here that
Yeah.
like for everybody you've already fucking heard. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like just like to piece it all together.
Yeah, and then the branch
Easily-
offs are just like
Yeah.
endless too, with Bootsy and then all like I said, the Brides of Funkenstein and everybody who plays, and then go check out all the Funkadelic records.
Yeah,
too.
man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you to write a list down, just for me to check out. But
Yeah.
honestly, probably the best guest record for me. I think it was just the coolest.
Yeah.
Fuck
Cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn,
And
yeah.
like
You're
so
on Mount
much
Rushmore.
in there, but still like such a quick album too. You know, it's not
Oh,
like
you know I love a
drags
quick one.
on.
Yeah, 10 songs in and out there, and like that's the way it should be. right?
Exactly,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It flows really good. It's still in like the concept-y album.
Hell
days where
yeah.
It's like everything flows really nice.
Yeah.
And it's not even all the best players of Parliament on this, to be honest with you.
No
It's
shit.
Like Michael Hampton replaced Eddie Hazel at this point. Eddie Hazel's like one of my favorite guitar players of all
Mm-hmm.
time. He played like on Maggot Brain and some earlier
Oh fuck
albums
yeah.
and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael Hampton got the job to replace Eddie Hazel by playing Maggot Brain note for note in front of George Clinton.
No shit.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, you're in.
Fuck
yeah, which
yeah.
is insane.
Did they sit
Yeah.
there for the whole 10 minutes?
Yes.
No
Yeah.
shit. That is
Oh my
unreal.
Yeah.
God.
And you know how he told Eddie Hazel to play that solo originally?
No.
He was like, he wanted the solo to be like, imagine someone has just told you that your mom died. That's how you should play the solo.
What?
But then by the end, like, this is how high they are.
Totally.
But then by the end of it, like, you find out that your mom's like resurrected and still alive. And if you do enough acid and listen to that solo,
I can totally fucking
totally
see that.
get what the whole solo's about.
Like, holy fuck.
Swear to God, you're like,
I see it, I feel it.
I get it now.
Oh my God.
This shit is all so clear.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, man. Well, do you have anything coming up to? Where can the people find you? We'll put
when is this coming out? When is
tomorrow.
On Monday.
On
Tomorrow.
Monday.
Yeah.
I will be hosting at King's Head on the Tuesday. whatever that is.
Are you doing the 26th?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I will be there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, my
No,
family's
is that the 26th? No, that's not the 26th.
No,
This
sorry,
Tuesday.
I'm doing next Tuesday, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The following Tuesday, I will be at
Bait and
House of
switch.
Comedy.
There you go.
And then I run a monthly show at Game Quarters with Tanner McCoolman. It's at a secret location. Commercial 13th. Go check us out on social media. It's called Chorus Circle Punchline. It's a really cool kind of DIY arcade in a back alley in this cool ass room. It's a really intimate room, and we got some like really good headliners coming up. It's some fucking hilarious comics. It's like kind of a longer format for the comics, so you get to see some stuff that you wouldn't regularly get to see at normal shows.
Oh, yeah.
In a really kind of intimate room. So yeah, go check out Quarter Circle Punchline anywhere online to check out the link tree and the Eventbrite and get your tickets.
Oh, yeah. We'll have all
Fuck
that
yeah.
info down. Scroll down, motherfucker. Check it out.
Yeah. We'll put it in there.
Hell yeah.
I swear. Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thank
This
you
was
so much
fucking
for coming
awesome.
out.
This is so
Yeah,
dope. So
fuck
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
This was
Over
awesome.
and out.
Pwah.